Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 948, and today's topic is the refining of crude rubber. Before discussing the refining, let me take two more rubbers. In last lecture I could not include. One is glue rubber, and second one is balata rubber. So these two rubbers, glue rubber is manufactured from the sharp bushes of glue, and that one is cut into small pieces and treated with hot water, and the watery material will carry, and the upper layer, the spongy mass, will be floating out in the form of rubber, and this glue rubber will contain 70% rubber material, that is your isoprene polymer, 20% resin and 10% cellulose. And then balata rubber, that is extracted from wild trees, and it is chemically similar to gutta percha, and it also contains the same isoprene polymer like gutta percha. Then the refining of the rubber. Once we are obtaining this rubber in crude form, we cannot use it. It is useless unless it is refined. And for refining purpose, first what we are doing, that is called breaking down. In the process of breaking down, this crude rubber will be treated under warm roller, and that process of rolling, the crushing of this crude rubber under warm roller will do the mastication, and in this way, after a breaking down process, it will become elastic, means it will be having some rubbery or plastic type of property. After breaking down, then we will go for compounding. When we say compounding, it means we are going to add different type of, it may be organic, it may be inorganic compound, just to improve its quality. So the different type of chemicals are added, and the compounding is the main process of refining a crude rubber. It can be from natural source or it can be from synthetic source. Unless compounding is done, the rubber cannot be useful, because quality cannot be improved. It is just like some useless material. For example, in vulcanization we are adding sulfur. Once sulfur is added, only then its quality is improved. In some cases, some dye is added, titanium oxide is added, zinc oxide is added. So all these chemicals, these compounds, they are added to improve the quality, and that's why this process is called compounding. So I am going to give one by one. So here I am discussing how to manufacture or obtain guano and balata rubber from natural source. So number one, guano rubber. Guano rubber is manufactured from guano shrub, in which rubber material is enclosed in cells. Actually, guano rubber is found in the cell of the shrub, and from that it is extracted out in the cells. Rubber from guano bush can be obtained by de-leafing the shrub, cutting the shrub into 1/8 inch pieces, milling the cut shrub with flint pebbles in pebble mills, particularly filled with water. is then poured into floating tank filled with water, and the granular rubber which floats at the top is separated out and boiled with water in order to waterlog the cork and accumulated plant material. So actually once it is treated with water, that is gualio syrup, and after treating, the rubber material will be floating on the upper surface of the water, and then it is separated out, and that separated material will be the mixture of some impurities like resin, cellulose, all this accumulated plant material. Rubber so obtained is separated by flotation and dried. It contains 70% rubber hydrocarbon, that is isoprene polymer, then 20% resin and 10% cellulose ligands and other impurities. Guaiac rubber is chemically identical to cis isoprene rubber. Cis isoprene means where the isoprene units are joined together in cis form, that is known as cis isoprene rubber, and the only difference being that the molecular weight of this rubber is lower than that of natural rubber, that is hue rubber. Number 2, balata rubber. The chemical composition of balata is similar to that of gutta percha, and it can be obtained from wild trees by leaf digestion method, as in the case of gutta percha. Moreover, commercial application of balata rubber are also the same as that of gutta percha. So now I am going to discuss the refining of crude rubber, and this crude rubber, if I am saying, means it can be obtained either from natural sources like plant, or it can be synthetic one, and unless these crude rubbers are not refined, they are useless. We cannot use for any purpose. So that's why the refining process is very, very important. And in refining process, first process is that is your breaking down, means in that warm roller, under that it is rolled for several times. So in this way mastication will take place, and that crude rubber will be refined, and it will gain elasticity of plastic nature, rubberiness, and it can be moldable. And after that, the most important portion of this refining is that is called compounding. Compounding means here we are adding different type of organic or inorganic substances to improve its quality and for different purposes. According to that we are adding. So all these one by one I will be giving. So the refining of crude rubber, the following processes are performed to obtain a refined rubber products. Number 1, breaking down. The polymeric chains of the rubber are broken by masticating the raw rubber between the warm rollers. During breakdown, the rubber loses its reversibility gradually and turns plastic, and that can be moldable. You can mold it, that position. Number 2, compounding. After breakdown, the necessary compounds are added to the rubber in order to get the desired products. So here I have given these underline the most important definition of compounding that students should understand. While they are giving any definition on how to define the compounding, especially in examination, those who are offering industrial chemistry. So here the compounding means mixing of the raw rubber and that raw rubber may be natural or synthetic, with other ingredients so as to improve the desired properties to the product suitable for particular use. This is the definition of compounding. In compounding process, it is necessary to know the service conditions to which the rubber product is to be exposed and the ease in the manufacturing the items from the rubber compound. In addition to rubber, the major part of the compound rubber, the following raw materials are also mixed depending upon the service condition of the items to be made from it in the processing methods like mixing and calendering and extruding. So before that, that is these processes are following, that is mixing, calendering and extruding. A. Refining agents. What are the refining agents? The inorganic substances such as zinc oxide, magnesium carbonate, clay are added to improve the tensile strength. So here zinc oxide, magnesium carbonate and clay, they are added in the process of compounding to improve its tensile strength of the rubber and to provide the strength and rigidity of the rubber products. Carbon black is the most important reinforcing agent. So carbon black is the one of the most important agent, that is reinforcing agent, which is added in the rubber. So with this I will stop, and in the next lecture again I am going to continue, that is defining of the crude rubber part 2, some other important steps. Once again, thank you very much for watching the lecture.